Okay, I think we're live. So, welcome to the webinar. If you can hear me and see me okay, please write a comment, okay? So, write a comment, let me know what city you're in and what time it is, and just give me a shout out or something. All right, so there's a bit of a delay in the chat, so I'll just wait until everybody shows up. Okay, so people are logging in right now. I see there are 30 people so far. So just write something in the chat. Okay, here we go. Spartacus, Jonathan, Ashwin, Arthur, Teddy's here, Corey. All right, Lucas is here. Luca. Sotir, hello. All right, cool. Okay, so we'll get started in just about a minute. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope this new year is going to be an amazing, successful, wonderful year for you. We have Sasha from Zurich, 9 p.m. George, Igor. All right, what's up? Okay, cool, guys. It would be really fun if you wrote down what city you're in and what time it is over there. I'm just always curious to see where everyone's at and also what time it is, because I know for some people it's daytime, some people it's nighttime. For me, it's 10 p.m. All right. Saudi Arabia, 11 p.m. Poland, 9 p.m. Belgrade, 9 p.m. Munich, 9. All right. Here it's Toronto, 3 p.m. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's get started because I want to respect those of you who showed up on time. And let's get to it because I know we're all busy and we all have a lot of things to do. So first thing I want to say is thank you for joining me live. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you, and I really cherish this brotherhood that we have. So today we're going to be talking, the topic for today is why nice guys, why jerks and assholes get all the women, and what can you learn from them? Okay, so we'll get started in a second. But before I get started, I just have a few things to say. So first of all, I want to let you know that at the end of this presentation, I will make you an offer to join one of my, to get one of my products, okay? And so if you're one of those people who are somehow offended by somebody offering or selling anything, when I get into that part of the presentation, please just leave, okay? Don't be a hater, don't sit there and hate on me and whatever. What a lot of you guys don't realize is that this is my full-time job, okay? Just like people are dentists, people are mechanics, people are lawyers, people are accountants. They went to university for 4 years, 5 years, however long, to specialize in something. Well, I have been studying this since 2001, and I have focused exclusively on this since 2001, and I am a specialist in this, and this is how I make my full-time living. So please understand, when I offer products and stuff, it's not that, oh my God, because some people, I get the impression that everything's free, right? They say, hey, Jad, I like you because everything's free. That's not a good reason to like me, bro. You should like me because I give you value and I help you from my heart, right? But this is my business, and so sometimes I do make offers, all right? So if you're somehow offended by me trying to make a living, then just by that time, just leave, okay? Everyone else who supports me and who's cool with that, that's fine. All right, so let's get started. I have some notes here, and let's see what we're going to start here. Okay, before I start, because it's the new year, as you can see, I have the Christmas tree behind me. We have some of my dear girlfriend's toys back there. We're in the Christmas spirit and the New Year spirit. So I just want to talk a little bit about my purpose and why I'm doing this, and who am I? Who is Jad T. Jones? And you need to understand that it is my purpose to help men connect with women through integrity. And it is the new year, and I really want this year for you to be the greatest year of your life when it comes to relationships. All right? That's what I want for you. And the message that I want to start off with is I want you to know that you deserve a beautiful woman. You deserve to have a wonderful relationship. Okay? You deserve that. I want that for you. All right? So, no matter what you've gone through, no matter how many times you've failed in the past, I want you to really understand that you can do it. All right? You can do this. Whatever vision you have in your mind of the ideal woman, the ideal relationship, if you want to get to a certain skill level with women, I need you to understand that you can do it and you deserve it. All right? That's what I want from you. So in this 2017, I really hope and wish the best for you. Okay, so we're going to start on the topic now. So I ask you to really focus with me, all right? We have about 55 minutes left. Studies have shown that multitasking has the same effect on your brain as smoking weed. All right, this is scientific studies. All right, so if right now you're watching this and you're multitasking, you're not going to get the full benefit out of this webinar. So my advice to you, brother to brother, is close Facebook, close those other browsers, put your phone on silent, put it face down so you don't see the notifications, and just be here. All right, so that you get the maximum benefit out of this conversation. All right. Also, if you guys participate by commenting, it's going to make this webinar better, and we're going to get more out of it. So Steven was playing Team Fortress 2. Okay, if you have questions, just type them in whenever they pop up in your mind. If I can't get to them now, either I'll scroll back up and look for them, and if I lose them, you can ask them again later. All right? Okay, so let's begin. Let's begin. So the question I've been getting, the question that inspired this webinar was that, peace from Algeria. Peace, Mohammed. All right, can you guys hear me okay, by the way? Can you guys still hear me? Okay, so the question I'm getting is that, Jad, you're always saying that you need to be a man of integrity if you want to become attractive to women, right? And you really stress that point. But then they ask, well, what about the assholes and jerks? I see assholes and jerks who treat women like shit, and they get women. So how does that work? How can you say that you're not going to be successful with women unless you're a man of integrity, but yet these men who lack integrity are getting pussy? Okay, so that's the foundation of our conversation today. Now, I have to mention a few things before we get into the conversation. This topic about what attracts women and why women are attracted to bad boys and stuff is a very deep topic. We are not going to be able to cover this topic in its entirety in the short time that we have. However, we are going to focus on key points in this conversation to shed more light on this topic, okay? So there's no way we can cover this. I have complete courses on this that, like the bad boy psychology, like decoded, or how to have a sexual magnetism, and we can't cover everything today. But I'm going to give you a strong foundation that you can use that will help you deepen your understanding and help you improve your performance with women. So first, we start with integrity, okay? If you're on the fence and thinking, you know what, this integrity thing is good, but you know what, I'm thinking maybe I should just be an asshole and jerk with women because it seems like, you know, you don't have to be honest. You can get women by being an asshole and a jerk. So first, I want to warn you and help you understand the importance of integrity. When you see an asshole and a jerk who gets a lot of women, you need to understand that you're not seeing the complete picture. We live in a world of laws of nature. Some of these laws, many of these laws are invisible, okay? One law of nature it's a good example is gravity, okay? Gravity, boom, I drop this pen, it always pulls it down, right? Gravity is a law. Whether you're a good person or a bad person, if you walk off of a cliff, gravity is going to pull you down because that's the law. That's the law of gravity, all right? So it's irrelevant if you're a good person or a bad person. The law of gravity will pull you down to the ground, all right? So we're talking about laws. Another word for a law is a principle. So here's what I'm going to tell you about integrity. I say, without the foundation of integrity, your life won't work, and your success with women won't work. You won't be successful with women. Okay? So what does that mean? What does that mean? I have been on the other side where I tried manipulation and manipulative tactics and being the quote-unquote asshole, right? And I'll tell you from experience that when you go through life being dishonest and lying, you suffer, okay? The human being, when the human being lies, the human feels guilt. And when you feel guilt, you feel shame and you feel self-hatred. That self-hatred eats away at your confidence and causes you to have very low self-esteem. It causes you to hate yourself, which means you have a very low self-image. What do women always say? What's the number one thing women across the board say they want in a man? They all say they want a man who has confidence. They want a man who has confidence. If you're a lying cheat, there is no way that you're going to have high self-esteem, okay? The laws of nature dictate that you will feel like shit. You will hate yourself for it. So, pay attention. On the surface, you may see these guys, manipulative guys, getting women, okay? And on the surface level, from you here looking at them over there, maybe it looks like they're happy in their lives, they're having successful relationships, they're very confident, and they're very fulfilled and happy in their lives and happy with themselves, and that the women love them. But I'll tell you this, man, do not be deceived by looks, by appearances. If a man is manipulative and he is still able to pick up women, then here is what happens. Okay, this happens a lot with the pickup artists. All right, the pickup artists, I got some insider information too. So you guys know that the book The Game, which was written by Neil Strauss, a very famous book, and in that book there was a group of very famous pickup artists, right? So I'm not going to name names, but I'll tell you this: there's one dating guru who was not a pickup artist, but who was like the real deal, and he said that all those famous pickup artists would come to him in secret and pay him for coaching in secret. Why? Because they were all coming to him telling him the same thing. Hey, you know what? I can pick up a girl, I can even get laid, but after the first or second day, the women want nothing to do with me. I lose them. Okay? So that's how deceptive appearances are. those famous pickup artists that you thought were, wow, amazing, couldn't even keep a woman for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. Why? Why couldn't they keep the women? Because you can trick a woman to have a one-night stand with you. You can trick a woman for a couple of days. You can have a bunch of routines and lines and pretend you're someone you're not. But once your material runs out, you're left there sitting across from her, and then all of a sudden you have no more material, and you're just like, and then she's like, wait a sec, and then she notices that you're kind of weird, and then she can tell you're not real. Women are very sensitive. They can tell if you're not real. And so she leaves you. She's like, oh, this guy isn't what I thought he was. Or, okay, she sees through your facade. All right? You can only hold up a facade for so long before it collapses. Okay? So I'm coming at it from different angles. The most important thing I want you to take away is that if you decide to be, if you one day get fed up and be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna be an asshole and treat women like shit and not come from a place of integrity, karma is real and it will come back and it will bite you in the ass. All right? Men who lack integrity end up isolated and alone. Nobody likes them. Nobody loves them. All right? They may put up a public facade, but they hate themselves, and our world is simply a mirror of how we feel about ourselves. So if you become a liar and a manipulator, you're going to inevitably hate yourself, because it's like the law of gravity. Okay? It always works. It never errs. It always works. If you are a liar, you will feel guilt, you will feel shame, and you will feel self-hatred. Your self-esteem will go down, and you won't be able to look yourself in the eye. And if you can't look at yourself in the eye, how can you look a woman in the eye, a beautiful woman in the eye, and have her respect you? Okay? So Igor is saying, aren't confidence and self-esteem two different things? I mean, just take them as the same thing for this conversation. There might be variations in the meanings, but basically I'm talking about confidence or self-esteem as the same thing, all right? But for this conversation, let's keep it simple, all right? So that's my thing about integrity. So are you guys with me so far before I move on to the next point? Okay. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Thanks for your feedback. All right, so let's move on. Okay, another thing I want to add. Okay, Christian, good comment. Being a jerk or an asshole, if you're not one, is a short-term result, as Christian mentioned. You will not be able to keep a woman. What separates the boys from the men is that a man can keep a woman. If you're pretending to be something you're not, you cannot keep women. They'll figure you out very quickly, and they'll be like, oh, this guy's being fake. And if he's being fake, that means he has low self-esteem because he doesn't have the confidence to just be himself. All right? Tim says, I tried to be manipulative and it got me nowhere. Yes. It actually makes you move backwards. Okay, Teddy, I'll address your question later. If I forget, please just type it in the comment again. Okay, so let's move on to the next point. Okay, so now I want to share something with you that is one of my personal favorite concepts and from one of my favorite books, which I have not publicly mentioned before. Okay, the book that I'm going to be referencing is The 3 Laws of Performance. Okay, The 3 Laws of Performance. So what you need to know about me, there are a lot of dating coaches out there, okay? But what's Jad's specialty, okay? Who am I? What do I represent? I'm the fundamentals guy, all right? I look beneath all the surface stuff, and I look at the foundations, what are all the successful seducers doing, and what is the commonality among all of them? What are the invisible principles that they're all applying, either consciously or unconsciously, which get them results? Okay? I want you to get results. I want you to have an elevation in performance. Okay? So let me define some words now as we go into this conversation. So, right now, we're going to investigate, we're going to discuss why assholes and jerks can have a high level of performance, whereas the nice guy of integrity has a low level of performance. Okay? Sorry, I'm just writing notes here for something. Okay? So we come back to the initial question. Hey, Jad, you know what? There's a lot of guys. Hey, Jad, you know what? I'm a good guy. I got my life together. I'm working hard, but I'm still not getting women. What's going on? Okay, I'll give you a little hint. You know why bad boys and jerks get women? It's because they're honest. Okay? So some of you right now are going to be like, what? What the difference between a nice guy and a jerk, or a nice guy and a bad boy, is actually, ironically, the nice guy is actually the liar, and the bad boy is actually the more honest. Okay? So what are we talking about here? We're talking about on a sexual level. All right? Yes, I'm using asshole, jerk, and bad boy interchangeably, okay? They all mean the same thing in this conversation, all right? Let's not get stuck, Igor. Let's not get stuck on meanings of words, all right? Asshole, jerk, bad boy, it means the same thing for this conversation, all right? So, why is the bad boy more honest than the nice guy? Here's why. Because the bad boy walks up to the girl and he loves how her ass looks in those jeans, and so he walks up to her and he says, damn, your ass looks so hot in those jeans. All right? And maybe that's obnoxious, but it's honest. You see? He's being sexually honest. Let's contrast this to the nice guy. All right? So the guy who's a good boy and he's a man of integrity and he does everything, he's very socially appropriate. He loves that girl. He thinks that girl's ass looks amazing in those jeans, but does he go and tell her? Does he even give her a compliment? Is he even sexual at all? Most of the time, no. Most of the time what he does is he pretends to be asexual. He pretends to be non-sexual. He goes up and he's like, hi, what's your name? What courses are you taking in university? What's your favorite color? Do you have any brothers and sisters? And so he's pretending to care about shit he does not care about. And so he is actually not being a man of integrity. And so he is not getting the girls. Okay? So you need to understand that point. That's a very big point. Okay? Assholes, jerks, bad boys, sure, they may lack integrity in their lives, but when they're speaking to a woman on a sexual level, at that moment, they're actually very honest, right? They're actually very honest. They're saying, hey, wow, you look beautiful, all right? Now, I'm giving extreme examples as, damn, your ass looks hot in those jeans, but it could be something as simple as, wow, I saw you from over there, and I thought you were beautiful. So you expressing your desire to her directly, you're being honest. But when you hide that, yeah, exactly. Okay, so a comment from, I'm sorry, I'm going to mispronounce your name, Ezekiel. Honesty is key here. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Okay? Oh, this is a great one from Andrea. Many nice guys think they deserve to get into a woman's pants just because they're being nice. Exactly, that's a great point. Thank you, Andrea. Look, you're being extra nice to women is actually the biggest manipulation. Because like Andrea said, you think that if you're nice and you're kind and you're polite, what you're indirectly saying is like, hey, if I'm really nice to you, will you sleep with me? Okay? So it's the same strategy that a used car salesman would use when you walk onto the lot. Let's say you want to buy a used car, okay? And you walk onto the lot, and then the salesman, he greets you like, hey, what's your name? My name is Phil. Oh, I'm Mike. Oh, hi, Mike. What a great, well, thanks for coming over. Oh, we're so happy that you're here today. Let me show you some cars. You can tell right away, oh, like, oh my God, dude, easy, lay it off, stop kissing my ass. You know when someone's kissing your ass, you know when someone's being too nice, right? When you're being too nice to women, they instantly know that you're trying to manipulate them, all right? And we all do it, we're all guilty of it. So you have to like slap yourself and be like, dude, stop being so nice because you think you're gonna get, it's a manipulation. So everyone's on their high horse thinking, oh, well, I'm such a good guy, I'm such a nice guy, why don't I get women? You need to realize if you're being too nice, you're actually being a liar. You're actually lacking integrity. Okay, and that's why women are rejecting you, because you're not being yourself, you're trying to be too nice. They can feel it, they can sense it, they can see it as bright as day. You think you're fooling them, but you're not. It's as apparent to them as it is apparent to you when a car salesman is like extra nice to you. So cut it out. Okay, so that's another reason why bad boys get the girls, because they're just straight up about their desire. Hey, I like you. Are you with me so far? Okay, Juan says being nice is not a bad thing, just don't hide your intentions. Perfect. Perfect. Exactly. It's okay to be, I like to differentiate between nice and kind. Be kind, all right? But be real. You need to be real. Okay? And thanks for sticking with me on the comments. I appreciate your participation. Okay, so I got a little off track there. I actually wanted to go a different direction. But okay, let's go there now. Okay, so how do you elevate your performance? And what allows a bad boy to treat a woman in a way that he's just really chill and cool with her, and where she responds positively to him? So number one is he's honest with her on a sexual level. He doesn't hide his desires. He shows his desires. So that's number one. Number two is he sees women differently than the man who doesn't get success with women. This is where you want to stop playing whatever battle something Call of Duty or whatever you're doing right now. This is where you want to stop and pay attention if you were distracted. There's a great saying, the wise man sees a difference. I'm going to mess up the saying, but basically, the fool sees not the same tree as the wise man sees. The fool sees not the same tree as the wise man sees. What does this mean? This means that the inexperienced man does not see women the same way as the experienced man sees women. The man who has had a lot of women in his life, he sees women differently, and listen carefully, take notes, he sees women accurately. He sees women as they are. The asshole, the bad boy, the jerk, sees women as they are. He sees them as human, he sees their flaws, he sees their imperfections, and he sees that they are sexual, horny creatures who love to fuck. As opposed to the innocent, nice guy who thinks women are these innocent, mysterious angels who float around on clouds and, don't like sex and all this stuff, right? So if we want to call him the amateur does not see women the way they are. He sees them in an idealistic way through filtered glasses, right? Either he puts them on pedestals. He thinks, oh no, they don't like sex as much as men, or all that stuff, right? So you really need to understand this point of seeing, okay? So right now, I'm gonna come to one of my favorite concepts, all right? Favorite concepts, which is from the 3 laws of performance, okay? So we're gonna talk about how to elevate your performance with women. I'm gonna share something right now with you that's gonna elevate your level of performance, let's say very rapidly and very easily without much work, okay? So pay attention. So let's first define performance, okay? So when I'm talking about performance, I'm talking about like in the time, think of an athlete. An athlete, let's say a basketball player, he wants to improve his performance. He wants to improve his shot average. He wants to get better. Okay, so when we're talking about elevating your performance or increasing your performance, what I'm saying is we want you to get better. We want you to elevate your skills with women. Okay? So that's performance. Let me just look at my notes because I want to define everything carefully so that you understand the rest of what I'm going to say. Okay. Okay, so we've defined performance. Hey, Diego, welcome. Happy you can make it. Okay, so we've defined performance as your performance, your level of performance. Okay, the next thing we're going to define is correlation. Correlation. Okay, so what is correlation? And 1 second, I'm just going to write a note here for the next point. Okay. Okay, the next word we need to understand is correlation. So I want you to look at my hand. We're going to call this the top of my hand, and we're going to call this the bottom of my hand, okay? Or the palm of my hand and the back of my hand. 1 second, please. Sorry, we have my little friend here is eating chips. So if you heard some crunching, excuse us. Okay, so the top of my hand is correlated to the palm of my hand, okay? The top of my hand is correlated to the palm of my hand. And so that means when I move the palm of my hand down, the top of my hand goes up. When I move the top of my hand down, the palm of my hand goes up. I cannot move the palm of my hand down without the top of my hand also moving up, all right? So they're correlated and they're perfectly correlated always, okay? This is the part where you stop doing whatever else you're doing, multitasking, and you focus here. If you miss this, you're missing the whole webinar, all right? Focus. The top of my hand is perfectly correlated to the bottom of my hand. I cannot move one without the other moving in perfect correlation with the other one, all right? I'm repeating it a lot of times because it's important you get this. It's perfect correlation, perfectly correlated. Please comment to confirm that this makes sense or if it doesn't make sense, because we cannot proceed until this is very clear to you, this concept of correlation, because the next point I'm going to make is a very big one. And there's just a little delay in the comments box, so just give me like a few seconds. Okay, Alex is asking, what does the top represent? We're not there yet. It doesn't matter what it represents. Okay, Luca, pure math. Yes, exactly. Okay, thank you. Thank you for, I really appreciate it when you guys comment, because, then it's, I understand, I don't feel like I'm talking to myself here. Okay. Okay. Teddy, don't worry. We're going to get to how you're going to apply that with women. Okay. But we're just going through concepts first. So now we have performance and we have correlation. Very important. Okay. So we're going to link all these things. The next point that we need to understand before I tie this all together, and believe me, when I tie this all together, it's going to go boom. All right. Stay with me. So the next very important point that's going to affect your performance is seeing. Okay, so right now I'm going to describe seeing versus seeing. So you see C with small letters, and then C with capital letters. Okay, so seeing versus seeing. The way why I represent it like this is that basically, if we say the fool or the amateur, he sees. All right, so he doesn't really see things as they are. So his seeing is distorted, okay? Whereas seeing, when you see something with capital letters, that means you see it as it is, all right? You see it as it is. So the reason why the bad boys get women is because they see women, capital S-E-E-S, all right? The reason why nice guys don't get women is because they don't see women accurately. They have a misunderstanding of how women are, and so that affects their performance. Okay, and then one more concept to get. Let me just write it here. Okay, so we're going to go back to the seeing in a second. There's another concept. Maybe I'll cover that after. Okay, let me just put it here after. Okay, so here we go. From the book, The 3 Laws of Performance. One of the laws states as follows. Our performance and the way something occurs to us. Okay, so I missed another concept. Okay, the way something occurs to us is simply the way we see something. All right, so to the nice guy, women occur as these mysterious creatures, but to the bad boy, women occur as human beings, right? Oh, that's a girl, I'm a guy. It's just a girl is just a dude without a dick, right? We're the same, okay? So the way things occur to you is the way you see them, all right? So I call it seeing because it's just a simpler word, all right? So the law of performance, one of the laws of performance says that your performance is always perfectly correlated to how situations occur to you. Okay? One of the laws of performance is that, okay, please be patient. Okay, I got to put this all together before you ask questions about this. Listen, okay? Your performance is always perfectly correlated with how you see women. Okay? So what are we saying here? The way you see women, the way women occur to you, determines how you perform, your level of performance with women. Okay? How you see women determines perfectly, it's perfectly correlated to your level of performance with women. How you see women is perfectly correlated with how you perform with women. That means when you elevate your seeing, when you go from seeing to seeing, all right, from once you said in another, the more you understand women and see them as they truly are, so you're elevating your level of understanding women, seeing them accurately. When you do that, your performance with women is perfectly correlated to your understanding of women, and so your performance goes up in proportion to how accurately you see women. And so the reason why bad boys have such success with women, even though they don't seem to try so hard, is because they see women accurately, and because how things occur to us is perfectly correlated with how we perform towards those things, then accurate seeing determines high performance. All right, so I'm going to stop right there, and I want to know if that made sense or not. So to put it in a nutshell, while I'm waiting for the comments to come in, to elevate your performance, you need to elevate your understanding of women. You need to elevate your performance, you need to see women as they are. The more accurately you can see women, automatically, if this is your understanding of women, your performance is perfectly correlated. Perfectly correlated. Okay, so you guys are saying yes, it made some sense. It's clear. Okay. The more you see, the more performance will go. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so makes sense. All right. Okay, great. So the next thing that I want to point out, I don't know if I should mention what I have to offer you now or after this next point. Let me see my notes here. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you about what I have to offer you in a second. But before I do that, I want to point out the difference between understanding women and getting women. Okay. What I like to say is you need to get women in order to get women. And if you don't get women, you're not going to get women. Now, this is what I mean. You know, when you get a joke, someone tells you a joke and you get it, right? If English isn't your first language, then let me explain. When someone tells us a joke and we immediately laugh, that means we got the joke. Oh, I get it. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay, I get it. That's the language we use in English, right? So, okay, I just saw some confused comments. I'll explain everything. Don't worry. So, seeing, how do you know that you're starting to see women? You need to get it. You need to get to the point. If you're not getting results with women up till now, it's because you know about women, but you don't get it. You don't get it. Here's the thing. If a joke needs to be explained to you, it's because you didn't get the joke, right? So we've all been in the position where someone told us a joke and then we're like, sorry, I didn't get it, right? And what happens after that? The person explains the joke to us, right? And then after they explain the joke to us, we don't go like, ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay? We don't. We're just like, okay, I get it, right? So the impact, the getting it is what creates the laugh. If you don't get it, then you don't laugh, even if someone explains the joke to you after, right? So the difference between getting a joke and laughing and understanding about the joke are different, right? So how does this work with women? These days, most guys have a tremendous amount of knowledge about women, right? You have YouTube, you have all these free videos, you have all these free PDFs, you have everyone and his grandma as a dating coach these days. So you have the information, right? But if you're not getting women, that means that you know about women, but you still don't get it. Is that making sense? You know about women, but you still don't get it. Okay, so if you're someone who knows a lot of theoretical information, but you're still not getting abundance, you're not having abundance in your life, abundance of women in your life, then that means you still don't get it. All right? So seeing, if we go back to the law of performance, seeing and performance are perfectly correlated. If you're not getting results with women, it's because you're seeing, you're still not seeing women. You still don't get it. All right? You're still here. You're still here. You don't get it. Okay? And you need to elevate your seeing till here. Okay? So, okay, so how can you get it? So I've thought about this for a long time, and I've thought about, okay, how can you dramatically and rapidly increase your seeing of women, your understanding of women, and know, like, how can you see women like a bad boy sees women? A bad boy sees a woman as she is, okay? He sees her as a human. He sees her as a sexual being. He sees her as someone who loves sex just as much as him, all right? He knows they're naughty. He knows they're not these innocent little angels that they present themselves to be in society. He knows that she has a wild side. He knows all these things about it, all right? So, but how did he get to learn this? He got to learn this by experiencing a lot of women, being around women for years, sleeping with a lot of women, becoming an insider with women and seeing things from the inside. So I was thinking, how can I simulate this? How can I get you to become an insider, to see women as they are? And how can I give you an inside look where women are not putting on a facade and pretending to be innocent little angels, but actually telling you and I ask her a lot of pressing questions about attraction and about sex, and I get the insider information about what women are not telling men and what men should know about women on a sexual level, and how to get an insider look on how women really are, how they really think, what their sexual psychology really is like, so that you can have an understanding of their psychology, and so that you can start seeing them as they are. All right? Okay. It seems some people got restarted. It seems like there's a trouble in the video. A lot of people got restarted. Oh wow. Yeah, let's wait to see. Lost. Yeah, we lost the connection at the crucial point. That is very true. Okay, guys, are you back? Are you with me? Okay. Okay, you guys are back. Okay, we had a critical error and everybody dropped off. Okay. Okay, so I apologize. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so I'll have to repeat myself. Forgive me if I repeat something that you heard, but I'm just explaining the concept. All right, so basically, I have an interview series, a monthly interview series, where I interview a new woman every month. The interview series is called Sexual Interviews with Beautiful Women. Okay, sexual interviews with beautiful women. Every month, I get up close and personal with a woman, and I get her insider secrets about all the things women hide from men, don't tell men, and we expose women, because in public, women put on this innocent facade, like they're not sexual, that they're not wild, that they're not kinky, that which creates an illusion for you guys, and so you don't see them accurately, and so your performance suffers. So with these interviews, it allows you to see women as they really are. You get the insider look without having to say, oh, are you guys here or is it done? Okay, some guys are saying that it's gone. All right, well, if you can still hear me. Okay. Okay, if you can still hear me, maybe you'll have to watch the replay. So if you want to see women clearly, I encourage you to join Sexual Interviews with Beautiful Women. You can go there, you can join. It's only $19.97 per month, no contracts, cancel anytime. You get one new recording every month where I get insider information from women so that you understand women at a whole other level. You go to jadtjones.com/C. All right, jadtjones.com/C, and you can join today. Okay, so I wrote it in the comments, jadtjones.com/C, like the word SEE. $19.97 per month. It'll be some of the best money you ever spend, because instead of spending years trying to discover the insider secrets about women's sexual psychology and how women really are and stuff, I'm exposing all of that in these interviews. These interviews are done with women anonymously, and I do them anonymously so that the women are not self-conscious about their reputations. And so they're just able to be very open and honest about their sexual desires, their sexual psychology, their secret fantasies, all the secrets they don't want men to know about them. And we just open up, and we just open it up and expose everything. All right. So go to jadtjones.com/C to join Sexual Interviews with Beautiful Women. Okay. You can pay with PayPal or you can pay with credit card. And like I said before, there are no contracts, so you can cancel anytime. And yeah. Okay. So this recorded webinar is going to be available. It's going to be emailed to you after this live session is done. So don't worry, you'll have access to that. While I'm still here, does anyone have any questions about the Sexual Interviews with Beautiful Women monthly series? Let me just go through my notes to make sure there's anything else I wanted to tell you about. Okay, Imra says, I'm in the Sexual Interviews with Beautiful Women and I highly recommend it. Thank you, Imra. Muhammad said, yeah, thanks for your support, bro. Waltz94 has been giving negative comments this whole time. If you're going to be a hater and a troll, what are you doing here? I've seen your negative comments throughout the whole webinar. We don't need haters here, all right? So, okay. I interview one woman a month. The interviews go around an hour to an hour and a half long. And let's say we get down and dirty and discuss all the things a woman wouldn't expose publicly. Spartacus, can I pay $19.99 3 times to get all 3 interviews? There are more than 3 interviews. There are interviews every month. There's a new interview. Okay. All right, guys. So Spartacus, you won't miss a month because you'll start from month 1 and go onwards. So everyone starts from month 1, so you won't miss anything. Don't worry. Okay, so closing off, I'd like to thank you for joining me and wishing you a new year. And thank you for those of you who do support me, either through watching my videos, buying my products, sending me donations, um, just following me in general. I really do appreciate you. I have some great new programs, new live programs coming down the pipeline. So pay attention to the YouTube videos and the Facebook updates and your email, because I'm going to release something life-changing and completely transformative in in a in a few weeks. And there are going to be limited spots because I'm going to give personalized, customized attention, and it's going to be amazing, and I'm very excited about that. So stay tuned for that. And if you just want to chat for 5 minutes, like Tim is saying, I've been following you for 2 years now. Thanks so much, Tim, man. I really I can't tell you how much that means to me that you've stuck with me for a long time. Arash, thanks, man. Much love to you. Thanks, Waltz. Thanks for your support. Jack, thank you. I really appreciate that. Sanjay, Yusuf, thanks a lot, man. Alex says, Jad, I wonder how you learned this stuff. I focused on it and studied it every day since the year 2001. While other people were at university getting engineering degrees, I was studying women. While they were there becoming dentists, I was studying women. I've been exclusively focused on this one topic for the past 16 years or so. That's how I know all this stuff. All right, Tony, thank you. Tim's asking, how old am I now? I'm 36. Spartacus, you're having a question about some video I made. If you lie down, you're probably going to fall asleep. Muhammad, thank you. Luca, thank you. Jonathan, Jonathas, thank you. All right, John, thanks. Milan said he promised himself last year that he would get a girlfriend. He got 2. Awesome. Okay, Diego, you can type your question in now if you want. Thanks, Luca. I appreciate it. Jack says, I don't look 36. Yes, thank you. Diego, great seminar. Thank you. All right, Mohammed. I appreciate you guys appreciating me, right? That just encourages me to keep going. Okay, guys, as I said, this is my full-time job. I'm not some internet marketing guy. I'm not getting rich here. So, I encourage you to support me. Check out my products. I try to deliver value to you, and I hope it can be of help to you. Okay. Waltz 94. All right, man. I'm glad you weren't. What I'll say to you is that I thought you were being a hater, but I guess you weren't. So thanks for watching. Okay. So Diego, what if I ask a dear friend or a girlfriend? What if I ask a dear friend or girlfriend about these things? They usually say stuff. Don't say stuff. Okay, Diego, here's what I'm going to tell you about women. If you go out and you ask women about the same things that I expose in these interviews, a lot of times the women are going to deny it. They're going to deny it because they're not going to sit there and admit that they're wild, sexual, horny creatures, right? In public. They're worried about their reputations, even if they're your friend. They're worried that you're going to judge them. Okay? Women are Academy Award winning actresses. You see them out in public. If you see a woman and you see like, oh, that girl's single, bro, she's not single. No attractive woman is single. They're getting fucked. They're fucking some guy. You just don't know about it. They keep it on the down low. All right? That's something you don't know about women. Women are horny and crazy and freaky as shit, man. They'll just won't open up unless they're with the man that they trust, right? They have to protect their reputations. But you're not going to know that side of them unless you've been with a lot of women, you spent a lot of years, or if you join my interview series and hear it from the horse's mouth. All right, join the interview series, hear it from a woman's mouth. I can say it as much as I can sit here and tell you about this as much as I want, but until you hear it come out of a woman's mouth, that's when it's going to hit you. That's when women are going to occur to you differently. Boom, you're going to have an instant elevation in performance. Understand? These interviews are for you to be impacted so that women start occurring to you, boom, differently, so that boom, you have an elevation in your performance. Perfectly correlated. The way things occur to you are perfectly correlated with your level of performance. All right, so these interviews are carefully engineered to elevate your performance. Sure, they're entertaining to listen to, but you don't understand that what I'm doing is I'm reprogramming you on an unconscious level by altering the way women occur to you, which automatically alters and increases your performance. So it's like effortless increase in performance. All right. So again, if you guys want to join, it's jadtjones.com/C. Elevate, change the way women occur to you, and you will elevate your performance. Okay. Muhammad, thank you. That's my name in Arabic. Yes, I know. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of irrelevant questions, and okay, yeah, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't answer these questions because then we're gonna go on, and I told everyone we're gonna stay an hour. So, okay, guys, so I'm gonna say good day, good night to you. Thanks for joining, and thanks, Jack. I'll definitely let you know if I come to NYC. I might be in Montreal, which isn't too far from there. Um, yeah, all right. Thanks, Stefan. Also from New York. Thanks. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for commenting. And if you have any more questions about the sexual interviews with beautiful women and how to join, shoot me an email to support@jadtjones.com. Thanks, Spartacus. You can join now at jadtjones.com/C, SEE. When am I going to Montreal? Maybe in June or July. I will announce it. It's part of the new live program. All right, everything will be announced. All right, guys, take care. Much love to you, and I'll see you around. All right, peace.